Good morning, everyone. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very happy to be here today with you, and it is a great chance to share my presentation with you and share my ideas. I would like to start with conference interpreting, and according to Daniel Geil, he is a well-known researcher in the field of conference interpreting. The conference interpreting is the process of listening to a speaker and translate his words into another language in the real time. And this task requires mental efforts such as listening, remembering, understanding, then speaking. So all of these will happen at the same time. Before I go deeply with my research, I would like to briefly talk about it, which is This study explores the impact of the background knowledge about the interpreters and those who prepare their topics before go to translate the conference. And also this study will analyze the accuracy and fluency by using the mixed method approach, qualitative and quantitative one. Also, the findings reveals that there are accuracy for those who prepared the topics before the conference, and in contrast, for sure, they did not get that accuracy and they did not perform very well. So, my research about the role of the background knowledge in enhancing interpreting accuracy, which is a case study of professional interpreters at the Basra International Airport conferences. أول slide, introduction. Okay. Simultaneous interpreting at international conferences, it is a high difficult task, especially in a complex environment such as the airport, because it is related to aviation and there is terminology that the interpreter has to prepare before going to these conferences. And also the interpreter needs to listen, process and translate the speech at the real time, which that will be a very difficult task, especially when that field doesn't need only the language only, but it needs the preparation for terminologies and other specific language. Events such as the Civil Aviation Leadership Conference and the Airport Security Summit and Air Navigation Symposium, these events are such an example of the challenging task for the interpreter. Usually these events bring the aviation expertise and the policymakers, the engineers, all these people are speaking in a specific language which is related to the aviation. Also, this study examines or investigates how the background knowledge in aviation topics will affect the interpreting accuracy and fluency. The research problem. The previous research has mostly focused on the language fluency, as well as they focus on the technical skills for the interpreter. But this research, however, it's focused on the knowledge of the interpreter who maybe help the interpreter to improve his accuracy and fluency. So there is main two questions in this research. The first one, does having the background knowledge will improve the interpretation accuracy? And the second question is, does the absence of the background knowledge will affect and lead to more mistakes? The hypothesis that had made before conducting the research, there is three hypotheses. The first one, interpreters who had familiarity with the topics, they will make fewer mistakes in the interpreting. And the second hypothesis, interpreter who did not know about the topic, they will face problems with the accuracy and fluency. And this idea based on the interpreters that they didn't prepare for the topic. And the third hypothesis is having the background knowledge. It will support not only those who are not professional, but the experienced interpreters. And we can make a four hypothesis by using 1 and 2, and says that hypothesis 1 and 2, they have the most effect on the interpretation process. For the goals, there are the main purpose of this study will examine how that topic knowledge preparation in advance will help the interpreter and the interpretation process. And there's 3 goals for this research. 1, identifying the difficulties and the problems that faced by the interpreters. And the second one, comparing the performance of 2 groups of interpreters. The first group, those interpreters who prepared very well for the conference, and in contrast, those who did not prepare anything. The third goal is providing a practical advice for interpreters, training programs, and conference organizers on the importance of the preparation. This section is the methodology. This research followed a mixed method approach, quantitative and qualitative, and the participant, there is 10 professional interpreters with each one of them has more than 5 years experience. The context is simulated sessions that covering topic on the aviation, still in the context of the airport. Also the design will we have 2 groups. Group A, the interpreters who prepared and they got the materials before 24 hours, and Group B, they did not prepare and they did not receive any material. As well as the procedure, all interpreters work with the same recorded speech, and the analysis, there is a t-test to compare the performance of 2 groups. The results, therefore, there are 4 criteria here to analyze the accuracy of the 2 groups. The first one, the average score, use of aviation terms and delivery style and message accuracy. Group A is the prepared interpreters. Group B, unprepared interpreters. Group A, they got 89% of the total of the analysis, and Group B, they got 71%. The use of aviation terms, Group A, they had that strong command on using these terminology like IATA, ICAO, NOTAM, anything related to aviation on the ramp area, on the aircraft equipment, as well as the Group B, they had frequent misuse of these terminologies, and there are some avoidance by using the terms, and they usually use the the normal language. The delivery style, they have Group A, smooth and well structured. Group B, there is some hesitation and they did not complete the sentences as well. The fourth one, message accuracy. Group A, that they had that correct tone with technical coherence, and Group B, they faced difficulties with using the specific language. The findings show a clear correlation between the background knowledge and the accuracy and the importance of accuracy and fluency before preparing for the conference. Second, interpreters who had a prior exposure with the topic, they had the command of using these terms and the language, and their performance was very strong. In contrast, those who lacking for the preparation, they face many problems regarding to the fluency and accuracy. The fourth one, that these results highlight the importance of the preparation in enhancing the interpreting process with accuracy. And we can link these findings with the cognitive load, with the recalling information, and for sure the working memory. The last section is the conclusion. This study confirms that the background knowledge greatly improves the interpreting process, and it's focused on the preparation before the interpreting the conferences. Also, even the experienced interpreter can benefit from this preparation, as well as the performance. It was for these who prepared. The performance was strong, and the message was delivered accurately, as well as the delivery style. It was very nice. Recommendations: the conference organizers should provide materials, vocabulary list, and the time that interpreter needs for sure. And second one, interpreter training must include the topic, fast research, as well as the interpreters should prepare their personal glossaries and prepare themselves to the conference, especially in a complex and difficult any fields like the aviation one.